Gulf Standard Time/Hawaii Standard Time late filing penalties are fees and interest applied to Canadian businesses that fail to file and pay their Gulf Standard Time/Hawaii Standard Time taxes on time. Tax penalties can add up quickly, especially on the large sales tax balances that businesses accumulate. Understand how the Gulf Standard Time/Hawaii Standard Time late filing penalties work so you can avoid racking up even bigger tax bills than normal. What are the late filing penalties for the GST? Most Canadian businesses must register to collect consumption tax in the form of the Goods and Services Tax, GST, and Harmonized Sales Tax, HST. Sellers collect these taxes from customers at the time of sale and then file and pay them to the Your Country Revenue Agency, CRA, at intervals determined by the government agency. If you miss your filing deadline, you will be subject to penalties if you owe anything to the CRA. These penalties increase the longer you owe a balance. According to the CRA, there are no GST late penalties if your Gulf Standard Time/Hawaii Standard Time account has a zero balance or the CRA owes you a refund on your GST return. How the GST late penalty is calculated: if you do owe a balance and you file a late return, the GST penalties are 1% of the amount owed plus the result. So, for example, suppose you owe $20.00 in Gulf Standard Time/Hawaii Standard Time and you are 6 months late in making the payment. In addition to the original $20.00 Gulf Standard Time/Hawaii Standard Time remittance you would owe, 1% of $20.00 equals $200, 25% of $200, x 6 equals $300, $300 plus $200 equals $500 total penalties. But that's not all. The CRA will also charge interest on any overdue amount equal to the 90-day Treasury bill rate plus 4%. Other GST fees. Late filing of a Gulf Standard Time/Hawaii Standard Time return is not the only way you can incur Gulf Standard Time/Hawaii Standard Time penalties. You can also receive fines for the following. If you receive a demand to file a general sales tax return and do not do so, the CRA will charge you a penalty of $250. If you fail to file electronically when required to do so, the CRA will charge you $100 for the first offense and $250 for every instance thereafter. There are also penalties for missing installment payments and filing your returns with incorrect information. You can't claim any income tax deduction for any penalties or interest you paid or owe for late filing of a Gulf Standard Time/Hawaii Standard Time return. Interest on installment payments. If you have been instructed to make installment payments and you do not make a payment by the due date, you can be charged installment interest at the 90-day Treasury bill rate plus 4% until the installed amount plus accrued interest is paid. Filing incorrect returns. It is not uncommon to make a mistake when filing a Gulf Standard Time/Hawaii Standard Time return. For example, you may forget to include an input tax credit, ITC. If so, you do not need to file an updated return. You can simply include the missing ITC on a subsequent return. Generally, you have up to 4 years to claim a missing ITC. If you made other errors on a previously filed Gulf Standard Time/Hawaii Standard Time return, such as incorrect amounts of Gulf Standard Time/Hawaii Standard Time collected or collectible, you can request an adjustment for the reporting period in question. Normally you can make such changes online through the CRA's My Business Account service, or you can do this by mail. If you have deliberately not reported the full amount of Gulf Standard Time/Hawaii Standard Time collected and wish to make amends, you can take advantage of the CRA's Voluntary Disclosure Program, VDP, which give. You can submit a voluntary disclosure by filling out and signing Form RC-199, Voluntary Disclosures Program, VDP, application, or writing a letter providing the same information in the form. Note that submitting a VDP does not necessarily mean that you will be granted relief by the CRA, each Rex. A VDP request may be granted in whole or in part, or completely denied. If you file an inaccurate GST return, you can be subject to a penalty of 5% of the amount plus 1% per month of the difference between the reported amount and the actual amount, to a maximum of 10%. Key takeaways: Gulf Standard Time/Hawaii Standard Time late filing penalties are fees and interest that Canadian businesses must pay. If you owe any balance at the time your Gulf Standard Time/Hawaii Standard Time is late, you will begin accruing penalties and interest. There are other penalties for filing inaccurate returns or failing to file electronically when requested to do so.